Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about the F-16 fighter jet. It's a well-known fighter jet from the United States. Please remember to like and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. Fact 1. Side control stick. Contrary to many other fighter jets out there, the F-16 is unique that the cockpit doesn't have the control stick or the joystick that controls the movement of the airplane in the center. It's very weird because most fighter jets from the early days of aviation all have the control stick in the middle between the pilot's legs. While this may seem as the most natural place to place the control stick, the F-16 engineers did something different. They put the control stick on the side. Basically, the natural position where your right hand would be when you're sitting in the cockpit. They did this because they realized for the pilot to keep their hands on the control stick in the center, it might stress out their right hand muscles and tendons. With the control stick on the right side, the pilot can sit naturally and have the right hand control the movement of the airplane. They don't need to overextend their arm all the time. Let's get into the next fact. Fact 2. Worldwide operators. The F-16 being a very old airplane from the 1970s, it has been exported worldwide because it was a very dominant air superiority fighter and could be said still today for countries that don't necessarily have a fighter jet program. And so you can see on this map, all around the world, various governments have procured the F-16 from the United States government. The F-16 is the culmination of American aviation, military engineering, and other countries could simply leverage their expertise and experience and buy these jets from the United States instead of having to build their own. The F-16 has been proven in many different battles and wars, and as a single engine jet fighter, it's very versatile and also costs less to operate because it only has one engine. Of course, the variants that are sold to other governments around the world probably don't have some of the advanced features in the F-16 that the US government has reserved for itself. They likely give the other countries older models, which we'll discuss in another section. Now let's move on to the next fact. Fact 3. Negative stability. The F-16 is very interesting that it has a negative stability characteristic. What this means is that the airplane is actually unstable as it flies. What this means is that the aircraft with negative stability are designed to deviate from controlled flights and thus are more maneuverable. However, at supersonic speeds, the F-16 becomes positive stability, which means it is becoming more and more easy to control because of aerodynamic changes. This is likely because at supersonic speeds, the wind or air rushing through and rushing by the airplane forces the controls to be harder to move and thus the airplane to be more stable. With negative stability, it could be said that the F-16 is not an entry-level fighter jet. Pilots need to learn how to fly and have very experienced piloting skills before they can get into this type of aircraft. Otherwise, they might fall out of the sky. Let's get into the next fact. Fact 4. Multiple variants. As I mentioned earlier, the F-16 is exported worldwide to many different countries. But the United States doesn't actually export what it uses to other countries. In fact, there are so many variants from A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way to F-16V, and there's even a few other unmanned test aircrafts. Obviously, all these variants means that the United States keeps upgrading the internal electronics, radar systems, armament systems, and so forth. And for the older airplanes, they simply sell it to other governments. I think it's pretty clever because then the US government could not only fund its research through the sale of old aircraft, it could continuously update this new aircraft without paying the military contractors an enormous amount of money to create a brand new aircraft. Using this strategy, the United States government could continuously improve on the aircraft while having to avoid all the production startup costs, because the factory is already there, so it could continue churn out new airplanes outfitted with better, more advanced equipment, at the same time sell the old ones to other governments and make money that way. I think this could be a reason why the F-16 program is still very active and has no possibilities of being cancelled, because maybe perhaps it is a self-funding program. Now let's get into the next fact. The Mitsubishi F2. The Mitsubishi F2 is the unique F-16 variant that is completely built by the Japanese military contractors, but it is based on the F-16. The F2 is a joint venture between Mitsubishi and Lockheed Martin, the creators of the F-16. It is a 60-40 split manufacturing between Japan and the United States. From a casual glance, the F2 looks strikingly the same as the F-16. But actually, if you look closely, there are some differences. For example, the F2 has 25% larger wing area. It also uses more composite materials to reduce weight and radar signature. It has a longer and wider nose. It has a larger tailplane and a larger air intake. Also, one of the most distinctive features of F-16, the bubble canopy, is replaced by a 3-piece canopy in the F2. Over 98 aircrafts were produced, and they remain in service today as the Japanese Air Force dominant air superior fighter. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.